Hi, Sophie. How are you?
Hi, Grace. I'm good, thank you. Is there something I can do for you?
I haven't received any messages from my son recently. Is he okay? He's not depressed or anything, is he?
Owen, I'm not sure if I'm being honest. Lately, he's been coming home late, and sometimes he's already eaten dinner too. It's rare for us to get a chance to see each other. So I don't really know how he is, to be honest. He's never around for me to ask him. Sorry, I can't answer your question.
So you don't know if your husband is okay or not? How can you call yourself a good housewife? Or maybe Owen is reluctant to come home because it's not a place he wants to be in. Are you doing your best to create an environment for a man to relax in?
Of course, I work all day making sure the house is in order. I also study cooking so I can make him something better at nighttime. Not that he's ever here to enjoy it, though. I still make something regardless.
If everything is as perfect as you're making it out to be, what is the problem then? There has to be a reason he doesn't want to go home. Wait, don't tell me. Are you sure you're doing a good enough job in the bedroom? That is an important element in supporting your man. You do realize that, right?
Grace, I'd appreciate if you didn't ask me about private matters like that. Besides, I don't think there's any issues in that department.
How can you be sure? That's not the type of thing a man feels confident in talking about with his wife. If everything was as great as you say it is, he'd be charging through the door ready to ravage his woman. The fact that he's not means there's an issue in your relationship.
I mean, I can imagine there are married couples out there that do that type of thing. I just think we have a different relationship style that works for us.
Don't mistake your lack of intimacy for uniqueness. He should be ready to explode with affection for you if you're doing your job as a good wife. So, how long has it been since you two have last done it? I hope you've been making the right moves on him. Sometimes it needs to be you that puts him in the mood.
Grace, you're crossing into dangerous territory. Even if you are my mother-in-law, this isn't something I can just freely talk with you about.
Ha ha! You don't have to tell me directly for me to know that you haven't been doing it. If you were, you'd be able to tell me confidently and without hesitating.
That's not... I'm just really uncomfortable when it comes to this topic.
Look at you, fumbling at what to say. It's clear you're not doing your job. At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if he seeks out someone who offers him a little bit more excitement. When he does, you can't blame him for it either.
Excuse me? Are you insinuating that's okay for him to do? He's a married man.
Well, that's what tends to happen to men that aren't properly nourished in the relationship. Don't be surprised if it happens. If you really cared about your husband, you'd make more effort in arousing him.
Even if I wanted to, he's not even at home to do that type of thing.
You can find a way. Oh, I'm so jealous of my neighbors recently. They seem so happy with their new grandson. I can't expect something like that entering my life. The prospect of a grandchild is looking grim when my handsome son isn't motivated by his wife.
I don't know what to say. Sorry?
Not good enough. Instead of apologizing, how about you get to work already? Your words mean nothing. I want to see action.
Yes, ma'am.
Sophie, I have a bone to pick with you.
Hi, something wrong, Grace?
Don't act so innocent. I know you know what's happened. Owen's in the hospital. They contacted you as well, right?
Owen? I did get a call from the hospital, yes.
He's been in a car accident, for Christ's sake. Can you please have a sense of urgency about this?
Yes, I've heard everything. Hopefully he's not too banged up.
Do you not care for him at all? How can you be so calm in this situation? He's your husband, for Christ's sake. You should be off your laurels and rushing here to give him what he needs. I shouldn't have to tell you, but clothes and something he can enjoy whilst he's stuck in there.
Why? I don't want to do any of that.
What the hell? I don't care if you want to do it or not. You are his wife. This is your duty. Get off your phone and come here already.
Look, I understand how dire the situation is, and it's terrible he's severely injured from the car accident. I simply just think there's no reason for me to be there. You should know why.
I don't know why, actually. What pathetic excuses are you going to make for being absent in a time like this?
I'm sure you've already heard the cause of the accident, right?
Of course I have. They said he was in a car accident. What else is there to know?
I'm talking about details. If you were there in the hospital, you must have known who was in the car with him. Also, haven't you asked why they were in an accident in the first place?
I don't care about the unnecessary details. The main thing is my son is here, and I want to be there for him. Then you should be feeling the same way, too. I'm getting a good picture of what your marriage is like now. This must be why he never wanted to get passionate with you.
I would be a bit more curious about what happened in that car accident if I were you. It's very important information that'll change what you think of your son. Once you know everything, that's when you can contact me and accuse me of being unsympathetic towards him. When you know what has happened, you'll see that there's nothing I can do for him. I'll be going now. I'm not waiting for your reply.
Hold on a moment. You can't go. You need to come here right now. My poor boy. I can't believe this has happened. He's been paralyzed from the waist down. It's not looking good for him. The doctors are telling me he won't be able to walk again. They're wheeling him around in a wheelchair now. I can't stand the sight of him. It brings me too much pain. He looks so broken and he wears it on his face.
Damn, that's a shame.
Still disinterested in your own husband. Sophie, are you really going to sit there and just discard him at a time like this? This is probably the most important time of his life when he needs people around him. Most of all, his wife. You're meant to care about him more than anything in the world.
You have a point there.
Just who the hell do you think you are? Is this the attitude of a wife that loves her husband? How much suffering does he have to be in for you to care about him?
Just who the hell does he think he is? I'm not obligated to show him any sympathy. Don't criticize me for not caring about him.
What? Don't tell me you were hoping something like this would happen to him. I bet you secretly hated your husband, which is why he never came home at night.
You can say whatever you want about me being a bad wife. I have no respect for that guy. I couldn't care less what happens to him from this point on. Because of that lack of concern for him, I plan on separating with him very soon.
Are you serious? When he is broken and abused?
That's right. I have no intentions of staying with him any longer.
Where is your humanity? Just what the hell happened between you two anyway?
I can see you didn't do as I told you before. You didn't find out anything about that car accident, did you? If you did, you'd understand why I feel the way I do.
I've been too busy supporting my son here to even think about that. Just what the hell is it you want me to know anyway?
Answer me clearly. Did you ask the hospital staff what happened or not?
I did. I don't know what you're making such a big fuss about. You should still be more sympathetic towards him.
So you do know. Then you know why I have no sympathy for my lying, disgusting, selfish husband. He got into that car accident after scouring for hotels for him and his mistress to spend time in. He's disrespected and embarrassed me. I have no sympathy for him now.
Careful what you call my son. Doesn't matter what he did, he's still my boy and I love him.
Doesn't matter if you love your son or not. I'm calling him exactly what he is. He's a lying jerk and I hate him.
I warned you something like this would happen. You can't sit there and be bitter about it when you didn't do your job properly.
Doesn't matter if I was the worst wife in the world. Having an affair behind my back is dishonest and hurtful.
Get over your feelings already. This is way more important than some little affair he's had just this once. Just suck it up, princess. I want to see you here at this hospital being the good wife you're meant to be.
Like hell I'm going there. I'm not wasting a breath on that man. I have things I need to do. Stop bothering me about it.
I'm sorry. Your feelings don't matter when someone's life is being this dramatically changed. I won't accept this rebellious attitude from you.
I don't care what you think of me. How I feel and what I do in relation to that man has nothing to do with you. You may be my mother-in-law, but that doesn't mean I have to answer to you about everything. I'm going to do what I believe is right.
and I won't give that man the satisfaction of keeping me as his wife after he's betrayed me in that way. If he really needs things like clothes and a book to read, I suggest you take the key from him and go to the house yourself. I'm not going to degrade myself in that way.
The nerve of this girl! You are meant to be his wife.
I won't be his wife for long. Goodbye, and tell Owen to never speak to me again.
Go on then. Go abandon your duty to your husband. No one is going to respect you after this.
Whatever you say, lady.
You've had time to cool off. Have you decided to do the right thing? And come to the hospital. I forgive you for your rudeness before, but you have to come.
Sorry, I've been so busy moving on with my life that I haven't given it a second thought. You know what? It's been quite some time, so I think it's time we had a talk.
What do you think?
I'm not interested in seeing Owen, though.
This isn't the time to just have a talk. Both of us should be supporting a broken man right now. I'm asking you to come to the hospital. How long will it take for you to get that into your thick skull?
What's the point? I'm not going to go to that hospital room and subject myself to Owen's little cries.
Are you still hung up about that? Get over it already. It's been a week.
You don't understand the gravity of the situation, so allow me to explain. I've already contacted my lawyer and filed for divorce papers. Once Owen and I put our signatures on that paper, we will be officially divorced.
As if. This is not the time to harass him with something like a divorce. He is facing a life in a wheelchair, and you want to break him down further with that? I won't let that happen.
Grace, I don't know what you're thinking. This type of thing is out of your control. It's between me and Owen, not you. Owen has done the wrong thing and committed adultery. He's the reason our relationship is now coming to an end. He doesn't have a say in the divorce. Now, if you want to do us both a favor and save me the hassle, you can pass on the divorce papers to him so I don't have to.
This is ridiculous. What a stupid turn of events. He needs support and care right now.
Life isn't fair. He did the wrong thing and he has to suffer the consequences. By the way, there's something I'd like to tell you. But it'll have to wait till after those papers are signed. You will like what I have to tell you, so please be compliant and get him to sign them.
What do you mean, I will like what you have to say? I have a bad feeling about whatever you're planning.
Well, if you want to find out that much, you'll just have to get those papers signed. I'm not leaking a word of it until you do.
I'm not just going to hand him the papers all willy-nilly. I don't even know the contents of that paper.
You do have a point. I'd be wary in a situation like this, too.
Well, do you care to tell me what you put in there? I'm not handing it to him until I know.
I guess I'll be kind enough to tell you. The papers state that I'll receive $23,000 worth of consolation money.
Huh? That's way too much!
This is me being kind. Taking into account Owen's insurance, the consolation should be a lot higher, but I don't want to leave you and Owen penniless for the future.
Oh, well, aren't you considerate? Don't expect us to thank you, though.
Well, don't thank me just yet. In exchange, I'm expecting the house to be put into my name. I expect Owen to move out.
The house? I guess it can't be helped. And his condition living in that house would be difficult in the first place anyway.
I thought so as well. Take whatever money is left over and find a place suitable to his new lifestyle.
Okay, what next?
That's all. I expect you to make the arrangements for Owen to move out as soon as possible. I'd like the consolation money paid in a lump sum as well, thank you.
Okay, fine. If that's all, I'll hand the divorce papers to Owen.
Oh wait, before I forget, I'll also be taking money from the mistress that he's been sleeping with. I expect another $23,000 from her as well.
You're really leeching as much as you can out of this, aren't you? That's fine. Is there anything else you demand, Your Highness?
No, that'll do. Just get Owen to sign the paper and I'll tell you what you want to hear.
Okay, I'll tell Owen what's going to happen.
Really? So you agree to these terms?
I think it's fine. All that's left is to see if Owen will agree to it or not.
Good. My lawyer will come visit the hospital when the papers are signed. Please let me know when they are. With that all sorted and out of the way, what is it that you're so eager to tell me? You have my word the papers will be signed, so just tell me. Am I really going to like what I hear?
I think you will. How much do you know about Owen and this girl he's been seeing? Have you only just found out about it?
This is the first time I've ever heard about her. It seems she didn't get too badly wounded in the crash, though.
That's right. Seeing as her injuries were minor, she's been put back into work.
That's what you wanted to tell me? That wasn't worth getting me to agree to Owen's contract.
Just wait, there's more I have to tell you. She actually works at a nursing home looking after elderly patients.
A nurse? I bet she must be really cute.
That aside, if you tell her it's her fault that Owen is the way he is, how do you think she would react?
I'd imagine she'd feel guilty and want to look after him herself.
Exactly. Seeing as she's a nurse, she would do a much better job than me and probably has more affection toward Owen than I do as well. With a nurse by his side, he'll have all his needs attended to. Not only that, a nurse makes a decent amount of money, so she'll be able to support him financially too.
I see where you're coming from. You really thought this through.
You see where I'm going with this? So instead of continuing this marriage with me holding resentment for what he did,
he'll be much happier with this new girl he hasn't betrayed yet. Sounds like a lot less work for me.
That's right. You catch on quick, don't you, Grace? So, how about it? Sounds like a great plan, doesn't it? I told you you'd like what I had to say. You can keep this information at the back of your mind when you're talking with Owen.
You might be smarter than I thought, Sophie. This way everyone can win and I don't have to worry about my son from this point on.
It's a good plan, isn't it? I leave persuading Owen to make this new girl up to you.
You got it. Just leave it to me. Thank you for telling me this. I thought it was all doom and gloom for my son. We might have a chance to prosper from this.
Don't worry about it. Anytime.
We've done it. Everything went according to plan.
Did it? That's great.
We've got the ball rolling quite faster than expected. We've handed in both the divorce paper and Owen's new marriage at the same time.
You guys don't waste a minute. I'm impressed.
It only took a little push to get that girl looking after Owen.
What did you say to her? I hope you didn't have to scream and coerce her into it.
Thankfully, no. All I had to do was make her feel bad for enticing Owen to drive around like that. I reminded her what would happen if the other staff found out about what she was doing. It would be inappropriate behavior to have that type of relationship with a patient.
I see. She must have been afraid she might lose her job or something if you told them.
Exactly. So I think we can be assured she'll do the right thing and look after Owen on top of the nursing she already does at the home.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I've heard about nurses being very durable and getting the job done no matter what. How is Owen? Has he taken to the terms of the divorce well?
He's still in hospital, but after a bit of talking and brooding over it, he decided that the divorce was the best option for him.
That's good to hear. I'm glad you took the initiative to work off the information that I gave you. This way, everyone should have a happy ending.
This car accident might be a blessing in disguise. I didn't want you and Owen to get married in the first place. I was dreading having to put up with you as a daughter-in-law for the rest of his life. But I think this is a better outcome, even though he can't walk anymore.
I'm glad you can see the brighter side of things. Hey, that reminds me. I better tell you before I forget. What I'm about to tell you might not be true, but do you care to listen to what I have to say anyway?
Sure, what is it?
That girl that Owen cheated with, I'm very sure she's pregnant at the moment.
What? I don't believe it. Is it Owen's?
I asked the detective to look into it for me. I was very curious about this girl and I wanted to know who she was. According to his information, she's been going to the hospital regularly to get checks on the progress of her baby.
That doesn't answer my question. Could this actually be Owen's baby?
I mean...
Come on, you know it, right? They must have been clumsy during their adventures together.
It could be his child, it could not be his child. But if I was a betting woman, I'd say she's carrying his baby.
Do you think so? If so, that's the greatest news I've heard in a long time.
Are you happy? Congratulations.
This is wonderful. You don't know how frustrated and lonely I was getting because you refused to bear his children. Now I finally have a chance of being a grandmother.
Sorry I couldn't meet your expectation. At least in the end, everything works out for you. It took a while, but you finally got the results you wanted.
You're right. I always knew you weren't the woman for my Owen. You didn't have the right qualities to make him into a happy man.
You might have a point there. He did cheat on me after all. I'm sorry I wasted his time all these years. This whole time he could have been with this new girl that would probably excite him a lot more than me.
You aren't wrong there, but don't take it so seriously. You did the right thing in the end and set him up with a new girl. I'm sure he would be happy from this point on.
You're too kind, Grace. Well, I wish you guys the best in your life from this point on. Hopefully she treats Owen better than I ever could.
I'm sure she will.
So long and goodbye.
Sophie, answer the phone. I'm not gonna ask again. Pick up the damn phone.
Hi, Grace. It's been a while. How are you?
Oh, don't give me that fake kindness. You are a conniving little witch, you know that?
Oh no, what happened?
You did me good. You successfully pulled the wool over my eyes.
What are you talking about?
That woman. You know what you did.
That woman? You mean the girl Owen is going to marry?
Exactly her. Own up to what you did.
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about.
You can act all cute and innocent about it, but I know you knew about this beforehand. That girl has had loads of affairs and is getting sued left, right, and center. She's up to her neck in debt. And you knew that when you persuaded me to hand her over to Owen. Don't lie about it. You had that detective find out everything you could about her.
Is she in debt? Whoops.
Enough with this stupid act already. Confess already. You knew about her, didn't you?
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. So what's going on? Has she paid back her debts yet?
Did you just ask if she paid back her debts? We're the ones that paid her debts.
Oh, you did? That's unfortunate, isn't it?
You set me up from the very beginning.
So how are you guys getting by now? You must be flat broke.
All we have is a measly pension for disabled people. A McDonald's job would pay more than this.
That sucks. What about the girl? She must earn a considerable amount from nursing.
As if. Do you realize how many men that girl slept with? She's racked up such a massive debt that all her money goes towards it.
Wow, she must have gotten a lot more than I originally thought. Sorry if I miscalculated.
This is honestly an absolute disaster. I can't believe you do this to us. The only thing I can be happy about is the child that resides in her belly.
Well, I'm glad you found a positive out of it. Wait, hold on a second. Are you sure that baby is going to be okay?
Spit it out. What do you know?
Do you need me to tell you? Think about it for yourself. That woman's been sleeping around with everyone. Who knows if they all used protection? Are you sure you have the confidence to say that's Owen's child? Who knows which man put that baby inside her?
I don't even want to think about something like that.
Are you serious? It never crossed your mind that the baby could be someone else's? If I were you, I'd get the DNA results for that baby as soon as possible. This could get messy.
What am I meant to do? Just force her to do it? It's not my baby.
I don't know. You figure out a way to do it. It's not my problem. But if you don't find out, Owen will be sitting there for the rest of his life raising something that might not be his child. I couldn't sit there thinking and worrying about whether this is my kid or not.
You cruel little girl. You knew this all along. You should have told me in the first place.
How was I meant to tell you in the first place? This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
I won't forgive you for this. I have to get the DNA result fast.
Indeed you do. Owen and her are on their way to getting married. If you don't find out about this soon, you'll be committing him to a fate that's worse than he's currently in.
Everything has just been downhill ever since he got in that car accident. Could this get any worse?
It's a shame that this had to happen to you.
I've got to move fast. First, I need to talk with Owen.
Good luck.
So, the results came in. It's as we expected. The child is an Owens.
Wow, what a surprise.
This is an absolute mess. I can't believe what's going on. She's already well into her pregnancy, so there's no hope of aborting that baby.
Even if you were still able to abort the baby, at the end of the day it's her child and consequently her decision on what she wants to do with it.
Sophie, you put me in this predicament. What am I meant to do? Figure something out.
There's not a lot of options. Seeing as they just got married, I guess you could file for a divorce.
A divorce will cost money, but it may be the only option. With that girl out of the picture, who's gonna look after Owen for the rest of his life?
Who indeed?
This isn't a joke. I'm too old to look after my adult son.
By the way, now that some time has passed, I feel now is the right time to tell you this. Did you know the reason Owen and I didn't have a baby because he was infertile?
Don't lie to me. That's not true.
But it is true. The man can't make any children.
You have to be kidding me. Why would he not tell me this before?
It's not really something a guy wants to tell his own mother, is it? The whole time we were married, he would complain about me being infertile and that there was something wrong with me. After many painful attempts at trying for a baby, we went to the doctor and he confirmed that the problem laid with Owen.
Owen? I've begged him so long to give me children and he never told me he was the reason.
Who knows? With your mentality of blaming me all the time, he probably thought you wouldn't believe him even if he did say something about it. Let's be honest. You think I'm lying, don't you? Even if Owen said anything about it to you, you wouldn't have believed it. I mean, if he was fertile, he'd be able to put a baby in that girl, wouldn't he?
No, this is different. In this case, that girl had slept around too much and a different guy managed to put a baby in her first. So what you're saying is I have no hopes of having grandchildren in the future. I'll never see the chance to be a parent again.
Well, I'm no doctor, so I wouldn't take what I have to say too seriously, but it does seem that way. But science is improving rapidly recently. It might be hard to have a baby in the traditional way, but with the aid of science, they might be able to give you a grandchild somehow. Then again, now that Owen is in a wheelchair, the possibility of something like that happening is quite low. Who knows? Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I can't really say much about the matter. Hey, he's got a young wife who's knowledgeable in this field. Maybe you should ask her. I'm sure she'd be able to give you a better answer than I can.
That girl! What are we supposed to do with her child? I don't like the idea of having to raise someone else's kid for her.
Well, if you're gonna go down that route, you can find out who the real dad is and request child support from him.
Even so, we will be raising a kid that's not ours. We don't know the dad. We probably won't even like him.
Well, then maybe you can put him up for adoption. I don't know, it's not really my problem.
How would that work?
Well, you put him into an institution as an anonymous parent and hope that eventually one day someone adopts him or her.
It would be like nothing had ever happened. I like the sound of that plan.
I mean, it's a sad fate for the child, but basically that's what would happen. But like I said, whatever happens, it's not up to you. It's not your child. This is the mother's child and it's up to her what she wants to do with it.
That doesn't matter. The child is going into the foster care system.
Huh? Didn't you hear what I just told you? You don't have that right.
I don't care what you told me. I'm gonna find out how we can eventually get this kid into an orphanage. This girl must be the most stupid candidate for a wife.
I guess compared to her, I must look like a great wife in your eyes. I told you before not to put me down so much. Whatever you thought of me, I never cheated on Owen.
What do you think? Would you come back to Owen and be his wife again?
That chance of that happening? Did you forget the guy cheated on me? I wouldn't go back even if $1 million was waiting for me. He disrespected me and I want nothing to do with him now.
Don't lead me on like that then. I'm super desperate and I'll believe anything you say.
Sorry, not sorry.
Whatever the case, I've got to move fast to know how to deal with this child properly. I don't even know where to start.
I don't know why I'm helping you so much, but I'll give you a bit of advice. How about you look at the hospital pamphlets for people requesting to be a foster parent? At the end of the day, that child is not Owen's and would be ashamed if he had to raise it on his own in a wheelchair.
You have a point. That girl really is more trouble than she's worth. Hold on, I just realized something.
What would that be?
You set us up, didn't you? All this talk about nurses having a stable and high income, them being hard workers and will be able to look after Owen. Not only that, you even told me she was pregnant and alluded to the fact that it might be Owen's.
Congratulations! As usual, you're a very bright woman, Grace. I almost got away with it without you figuring it out.
So you knew everything from the beginning.
That's right, I did. The moment I brought the divorce papers, I knew everything about that woman. I knew everything about her affairs and the massive debt that was following her around. I also already knew about Owen's infertility as well.
Which means the reason I'm in this situation is because you set me up to be here. This is all your fault.
Don't put the blame on me.
How could I not? This is clearly your doing.
Honestly, you can't blame me for this. It all started with Owen's little sneaky business behind my back. Think about it. If he didn't cheat on me, he wouldn't be in that car and consequently in an accident. So if that didn't happen, he'd probably still be in treatment for his infertility and eventually have a baby. So this all traces back to what Owen did. I don't want to take any responsibility for this.
How about you take a step back further? Maybe you're the one who's wrong for leading him to cheat on you.
Well, think about your situation. If your husband cheated on you and eventually was in a situation of being paralyzed, would you forgive him for what he did?
I'd never let my husband cheat on me. I've always done my job as a wife. You could learn a thing or two if you took notes.
This is a hypothetical. I'm saying if he did do it, what would you do? In any case, your son betrayed my trust and I have every right to turn my back on him. You should be embarrassed that you raised a son like that. You don't deserve to call yourself a good mom after everything that has happened. Don't blame me for anything that has happened so far. If you taught your son better, he would not be in this situation.
You're an evil brat.
I could say the same to you.
My life was destined for misfortune the moment I accepted you into this family. I wish we never met.
Look, it's a shame that your son is now paralyzed for the rest of his life. Then again, it doesn't make up for the pain that I felt being in this marriage for so many years. Every night I would sit alone waiting for him to come home. You don't know how I felt sitting at the dinner table watching the food I spent hours to prepare for him go cold.
I've told you from the very beginning it's your fault that you led yourself to be cheated on like that.
You don't have a right to assume who is the one that is wrong in this situation. All you've done is attack me. That's fine though. I'm done with letting you hurt me. You can leave your filthy insults to the next person that Owen marries. That's if he ever gets the chance to. Pathetic cheaters rolling in a wheelchair aren't popular with the ladies.
I haven't done anything but point out what makes you a bad wife. These aren't insults, they're advice.
Think whatever you want. I don't care what happens to you from this point on. Don't ask me for help or advice on what to do. I have my own life I want to live. I'm not interested in the people that have hurt me in the past. Goodbye, and enjoy life with your crippled son. I blocked my mother-in-law's WhatsApp. Ever since the DNA test confirmed that the child wasn't Owen's, he's been harassing me with forms to annul our divorce and get back together again. I don't know what's going on with him and his new wife, but it's got nothing to do with me, and I'm not interested. Using the consolation money I received, I managed to start a brand new life for myself. It's good getting back out there in the real world and escaping married life. There's many new things that I can try. I'm not taking a second to look back at the past, and I'm always looking forward to the future. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, please remember to click the like button. See you in the next video.
Eugene! Why aren't you answering? Answer the phone. It's important. It's an emergency.
I know you're calling, but I can't. I'm on the subway right now. Can't you just text me? Just tell me, what happened? What's wrong? Are you okay?
Our maid Hannah isn't here. I looked for her everywhere and even called her, but I can't reach her. Remember how she was supposed to be here to watch over Sarah today since I was going out, right? I just got back and she's not here. I found Sarah alone in the house. Sarah was crying alone for God knows how long. And that's not even it. I noticed our cash and checks in the drawers missing. I've been contacting Hannah this whole time, but she won't even answer. I can't reach her.
Oh God, that's what the emergency was about? You scared me. Hannah's actually with me right now, so don't worry about her, and I also have the cards and checks. Mary, why don't you just focus on calming Sarah down? Everything's okay, so don't worry about it.
What? What are you two doing together? And why? Aren't you at work? And why would Hannah be with you when she was supposed to be at our home today? And what do you mean you have the cards and checks? Did you need it today? I don't remember you taking it out.
I asked Hannah to bring everything from the drawer. I needed all the money we have to start a new life. So yeah, I'll be taking all the money in our savings.
What do you mean you're going to start a new life? Did you quit your job? I'm sorry, I don't think I'm following.
This might come as a surprise, but I've decided to spend my life with Hannah from now on. I know it's unexpected, but that's what I decided on. So, Mary, take care, okay? I won't be here to take care of you. And I know you'll take good care of Sarah. Good luck with everything.
What? Do you even know what you're saying? What do you mean you've decided to spend the rest of your life with our maid? You don't mean this, do you?
Do I have to explain everything to you? Are you that dumb? Do you really not understand what I'm trying to say? We've decided to spend our life together. Hannah and I, we love each other. I was holding it in for the longest time, but I'm fed up with living with you.
How can you say something like that? Where is this coming from all of a sudden? I thought we were doing well.
I guess you're just dense. You shouldn't have anything to worry about. You earn more money than I do, and you're a strong woman. You'll be all right. Nothing's going to change with me gone. I know you'll be able to live your life without me. But Hannah, she's different. She needs me. She can't live without me. She's someone who needs me to protect her. I want to be with someone like that. I want to spend my life with someone who needs me.
So you're telling me you were having an affair on me with our maid, Hannah? She's our maid! Your wife and daughter were in the house, and you were cheating on us with the maid? Seriously? And you're leaving us to be with her?
Why do you keep saying that? Stop calling her a maid. She's the person I love now. It's obvious that you don't understand what a man wants. I couldn't keep living like this. Can't you understand?
Why would I understand how you feel? Why should I have to even understand? As a husband and as a father, you should know you're such an embarrassment. You're a jerk and an embarrassment. I hope you know that.
Shut up! I am a man before a husband and a father. That's what you don't understand. You're always saying things and act like you're right, but can't you tell that you're always hurting my pride? You're so self-absorbed, you don't even understand your husband's feelings. What a selfish woman. What a selfish woman I was married to. This is why you lost your husband. You don't understand how a man feels. You should know it's also your responsibility that it turned out this way. You're at fault, you know. On the other hand, Hannah's understanding of my feelings. She's so nice and sweet to me. That's how a woman should be.
What? How can you put this on me? I'm not the one that cheated.
You're just a woman, and how dare you earn more money than me? You thought I didn't feel anything? That you didn't hurt my pride? Didn't you also say that you're getting a promotion at your work soon? While I'm just a low-level employee and my salary is less than half yours. Do you know how I felt all this time? How ashamed I was. How miserable I felt.
Ashamed? And miserable? Not once have I even bragged about how much I make. No matter how much I earned, it's for the family to use. It's for us to use. I've always been working for the family. I've never felt like I was better than you because of my salary, my position, or my job. Not even once. I've always been grateful that you were working hard every day for us. I've always felt that way.
No matter what you say, it doesn't mean anything. The fact that it pisses me off doesn't change. Did you think I would be okay with it now that I know you were working for the family? That makes me even more pissed. That's what the man's supposed to do. It's my job.
Then, what am I supposed to do? What do you want me to do?
I don't know. You're smart enough to figure it out. Anyhow, I'm going to be spending the rest of my life with Hannah. I'm not going to change my decision about that, no matter what you say or do. I'm telling you I'll give you the house. Isn't that enough? At least you won't end up on the streets.
Give you? The house is what I bought in the first place. You didn't pay a cent for it. Not only that, but our maid is who I paid for. I'm the one who hired her, not you. Yet you cheated on me with her. You piece of crap. You not only cheated on me, but you had the guts to take our savings. That was mostly what I earned. How can you take my money and just leave?
Whatever, Mary. See you never. I'm going to live happily with Hannah and spend our lives together. We're going to move to a place we don't know and start fresh. Sorry I'm not going to be there even if you're sad.
You know what? Whatever. Go ahead and do whatever you want. I don't want to be with a person who betrays and throws away his wife and daughter anyway. Go ahead and move and live wherever you want. I couldn't care less now.
Hey, Mary. How have you been? Are you doing well? Have you been crying yourself to sleep without me there? You must have been lonely.
What? Why are you contacting me out of the blue?
Sorry I left you alone for this past 3 years. But I've decided I'll be going back to you guys now. I'll be back at the house, so let's live together again. You, Sarah, and I. The 3 of us together again.
Wait, what? Who is this? Is this really Eugene?
Wait. Don't tell me you forgot about me. I'm your precious husband. Remember?
What husband? I don't remember having a husband like you. I do remember having an ex-husband that was a piece of human trash. Is that who I'm talking to? We don't have anything that ties us anymore. You're not my husband anymore, and I'm not your wife either. We're just 2 people who used to be married and nothing more.
Come on, take a chill pill. If I'm not your husband anymore, it's as easy as submitting the marriage certificate again. You take everything so seriously. It's not like life or death. Anyways, tomorrow's Sarah's 8th birthday, right? I actually have a birthday present ready for her. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Let's spend time together. Just the 3 of us. It's been a while since we spent time together as a family.
Seriously, where is this coming from all of a sudden? I don't have any intentions on meeting with someone who betrayed and left his wife and daughter. You not only left us, you ran away with some other woman. Who would remarry you and submit a frickin' marriage certificate with someone like you? Stop with all the BS and why don't you return to that maid?
Oh, her. I already broke up with her. We're actually not living together anymore.
What? You broke up with Hannah.
When we started living together, it was okay. Everything was going well. As time passed, we started getting in arguments and we would get into fights all the time. We ended up breaking up last month because of that.
What on earth happened between the two of you? Didn't you enjoy our lives together with the money you stole from me?
Oh, that money? We used up that money long ago. We had much more days that felt like hell rather than heaven. I've been wanting to go back to you for a long time.
Explain to me what happened. I need a clear explanation.
Well, to be honest, she was a good maid and had the potential, but as a girlfriend, she pretty much sucked. I told her to take care of the house and do chores around the house, and I'll work hard outside to earn money for us. You won't believe what she said to me. She said that she doesn't want to do house chores if she isn't going to get paid for it. She didn't want to go out to work, and she didn't want to do any house chores. Can you believe it?
What? That's crazy.
She also misunderstood my salary. I guess she thought that I earn about the same amount as you. So I told her honestly how much I get paid, and it's not even like half of what you make. She got pissed off at me and had the nerve to say, "What? I thought if I got with you, I'd be able to live a life without a worry and luxuriously." After that, she became so cold. Seriously, like a whole different person.
Oh, God. You guys should have at least discussed about things like that before you guys ran away.
Well, at that time, I was in a hurry to leave and start a new life with her. You know how she was a perfect woman as a maid. I didn't think she had such a different personality off work. Who would have guessed that?
So you ended up breaking up with her because she was different from what you thought? And then without any shame, you contacted me since you had no one to contact or rely on?
I'm really sorry about what happened 3 years ago. I really am. I now know how selfish I was. I really do feel apologetic, and I'm really reflecting on what I did. It won't happen again. I'm a new person. I promise you. I swear that this time I'll be a good husband and a good father to Sarah. Let's give us a chance to start over. Give me a chance. I know I can do better this time.
The nerve you have to contact me. Did you actually think I would say, "Oh yeah, I want us to get back together"?
I understand how you feel, Mary. Of course you'd be mad. But don't you think it's best for Sarah to have both her parents present in her life? She'll have both her mother and father. I bet Sarah's going to be so happy and thrilled to see me.
What?
I also heard that you were still busy with work. Coincidentally, I'm not working right now, so I can do the housework and chores if you want. More like I don't mind becoming a stay-at-home husband/father this time. It'll be great. I'll get to spend time with Sarah for the time I was gone. It'll also make you happy, right? I didn't forget what makes you happy.
I'm at a loss for words. What are you even saying? You lost your status, your woman, your job? You just want a place to come back since you don't have anything anymore.
Come on, don't say such a thing. You don't have to be so mean about it. Anyhow, it's Sarah's birthday tomorrow. Let's celebrate, the three of us together. It'll be great. I got tons of presents ready for Sarah. I can already see her excited face. Although the number one and most important present for Sarah is me. Ha!
I don't think so.
Mary, I know you're just trying to be cold about me coming back since you're still hurt, but deep down inside, I know you're happy to hear that I'm returning, right? I guess no matter how much money you earn, even if you earn more than your husband, there are days that you feel lonely or can't go on without a husband, right? At the end of the day, you need a man with you. You must miss me so much. You probably had dreams about me, right?
Seriously, cut it out. You know you're speaking nonsense, right? How can you think or even dare say such a thing with how things ended? It was the worst way to end things.
You must be still hung up over me because we broke up in a horrible way, right? I know how you girls think. Anyways, I'll be back tomorrow, so look forward to seeing me. I'll be expecting a big warm hug from my lovely wife and my precious daughter. I know you guys missed me a lot.
What? Come back to where? Where exactly do you think you're trying to come back to?
What do you mean?
I'm fine with you being all excited about coming back and whatnot. I've been meaning to ask, when you say home, which home are you talking about? Can you specify, please? Do you even know where we are? Where we're staying? Where we exactly are at?
Where you're at? Of course. You're at home. The house I gave you. Where else would you be? Why are you asking me something so random? Are you trying to toy with me?
You wish I was. I'm living overseas right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I actually decided to relocate for work. I've been living here for a while now. I also don't plan on going back for a while, so I sold the house already. You talk like you knew everything, but you weren't aware of that? You can freely go back to the house, but you'll be greeted by a different family that's living there right now.
What? Stop joking, Mary. This isn't funny anymore. I don't get it. What do you mean you sold the house and a different person's living there? And you're living overseas? That can't be true. How can you not discuss with me about selling our house? I didn't hear anything about that.
Why would I ask you for permission? You have no say in this. I can do anything with the house. I owned it. It was my house, not ours. You make me laugh. What? Give you the right to think I'm required to tell you or update you about anything? I'm not required to tell you anything. And that includes if I'm going to sell my house. Remember, you're my ex-husband and nothing more.
What happened to Sarah? If you're not living here anymore, where's Sarah? Is she living with your parents? You wouldn't make her move with you, right? I can go to your parents' place and maybe stay with them until things settle.
No. Why would I leave her alone? Of course she's with me. We're enjoying our time here. With everything that happened between you and I, it was a nice way to have a fresh start.
What? You're crazy! You took Sarah with you? How can you just take her away from me? What am I supposed to do with this present I got her? What do you want me to do with this, huh? I got this ready for Sarah thinking she was going to be happy. I thought of her and got this ready, you know.
Do you even hear yourself?
You better come back home right now. Both of you together. I'm telling you to come back home now. It's only right to celebrate our daughter's birthday together, as a family. We have to celebrate it with the three of us. Why are you guys even away on her birthday? I don't care if you're there because of work. You should come back to celebrate now that I'm here for you guys.
What are you even talking about? Why do we need to be back just because it's her birthday? We live here now and it's completely normal to celebrate here. I'm just here for work and nothing more. Why are you making such a big deal out of it? And why do you even care?
I'm coming back to you guys, just as you guys asked for. So, don't I have a say in this? I'm coming back home, so you guys better hurry up and head back. We're going to celebrate Sarah's birthday together. As a family. Does it not make sense to you? I don't think I'm saying anything difficult. It's normal to celebrate their child's birthday together.
Dad? My birthday already passed.
What?
Wow, Dad. I thought you might have been joking, but you don't even remember my birthday correctly? I'm actually kind of hurt about it.
Wait, is this Sarah? Am I talking with you, Sarah? Sarah, is this really you?
Mom told me that she's talking with you. So I asked her if I can talk with you. Dad, how are you? Have you been doing well? I'm doing really well, Dad.
Yeah, Same here, Sarah. I'm doing good as well. I'm kind of at a loss for words, though. I'm really surprised. You were so small and now you can even type and use a smartphone.
I can't use hard words yet, but if I'm using a smartphone, I can type it.
Wow, Sarah. I'm so proud of you. You're so intelligent, just like me. Sorry about your birthday passing. Sarah, your dad's been really busy recently that I just got the dates wrong. I wouldn't forget your birthday. You know you're my treasure. I swear that I didn't forget it. It was just a mistake. I've just been really busy.
Really? Do you really mean that?
Yeah, of course. I mean it. How could I actually forget the day you were born? I have a lot of presents prepared for you. I even bought the teddy bear plushie you love so much. I remember you used to love teddy bears. You still like them, right?
What? What are you talking about? I don't like teddy bears or bears in general, Dad.
What? You used to like teddy bears.
Dad, you don't even know what I like?
No. Maybe you forgot since you were so little. You used to like teddy bears, right? Oh, wait. Was it doggies and not teddy bears? Maybe I got that mixed up.
What I like are horses, Dad. But Johnny and Mom already got me a horse plushie. So it's okay, Dad. I don't really want your present, so don't worry about giving me a birthday present.
Johnny? Sarah, tell me, who's Johnny?
Johnny is who Mom likes. You didn't know? Mom and Johnny get along really well. I love being with him. He's really nice to the both of us.
What? I didn't hear anything about this. Why didn't your mom tell me this?
I don't know, Dad. But we're doing fine, so don't worry, Dad. I'm going to continue living with Mom and Johnny. You can live your life like before.
Wait. Explain to me more. When you say living with them, what do you mean? Don't tell me your mom and the guy got remarried.
Dad, there's something I wanted to tell you. I'll tell you when my birthday is. My birthday is May 20th. It's October right now, so next time, make sure to celebrate it on time, okay? Bye, Dad.
Put your mother back on. You got remarried while you're overseas. With some foreigner. How can you do something like that? Did you forget that you had me? What were you thinking? How can you get married with some guy?
We're not married. That's not a lie. But we are in a relationship. We're living together right now, and Sarah is enjoying life here with us too.
So what you're saying is that you're planning to get married with him in the near future? Tell me, are you planning to get married to him soon?
I haven't decided yet, but it really depends on Sarah and him. But none of this matters to you, does it? Why would it matter to someone who doesn't even know his own daughter's birthday or what she likes?
Shut up! I'll celebrate it perfectly next year, so it doesn't matter. So quit thinking of getting married to Johnny or whatever. That's a decision you definitely don't want to make. Remember, you have me. You don't need a new man in your life. I'm here for you. I'm coming back for you.
What?
I'm a new man. I've basically been reborn. I really do regret leaving you two and running off with her. I promise, I swear, I'll never betray you, Mary. So, believe in me. Can't you just trust me and come back home, okay? I promise to make you and Sarah happy. Come on, just come back here.
All right then. How about you pay me alimony to prove to me? I need something to believe in you again.
What? Alimony?
You're a new man, right? You're promising to make us happy, right? If you really mean what you said, then you can at least do that, right? I'm only asking for alimony. Show me. Prove it to me that you actually mean what you said. Show me through your actions.
Well, I mean, paying you alimony and what I said are two different stories.
But what I'm asking you makes sense, don't you think? I didn't receive even a cent of alimony or child support after you left. Not only that, but you took my whole savings. I had to start over with nothing. If you're planning to make me happy, then why don't you first give us closure with how things ended? A clean ending before a beginning. I think that sounds fair enough.
But I gave you the home. With how much it was worth and the fact that you had a place to stay safe pretty much makes up for what I took. The home itself was worth enough to cover for alimony too, I think. So it's pretty much the same as me paying you the alimony and child support for Sarah. Don't you agree?
No, I don't agree. And I don't think it makes up for it since I was the one who bought the house in the first place. Or are you saying that you can't even pay for that and you were just lying that you were going to make us happy? If you weren't meaning what you said, you should be embarrassed of talking about a man's pride 3 years ago.
What are you talking about? It's not that I can't pay for it. I can pay for it if I wanted to. But aren't you aware that there's a time limit for requesting alimony? And the time limit happens to be 3 years. So, unfortunately for you, the time limit ended.
Thanks for the confirmation. I was thinking you were probably aware of that. It was obviously suspicious that you contacted me at this timing. The timing was just too perfect.
I didn't plan the timing, but it turned out to be an unfortunate timing for you. If there was no time limit, I wouldn't have minded paying you alimony, you know?
Oh, stop joking around. You were well aware of the time limit and contacted me because the date passed. You're such a clever guy, aren't you? You think you know everything.
That's not true. I wouldn't have minded paying. If anything, I wanted to pay you, you know? But what option do I have if the time limit already passed? It's the law.
The time limit has nothing to do with wanting to pay me alimony. The law just states that I can't request alimony from you if 3 years passed. If you want to pay me alimony, it means that you can. Aren't you glad to hear that? You can pay me, Eugene. There's no law forbidding you or that states you can't pay me alimony if 3 years pass. If you want to pay me, you can.
Well, that may be true, but still, you know.
So, are you going to pay alimony or not? I think it's fair to request at least a minimum of $60,000, including alimony for me and child support for Sarah.
You want that much money? I'm not even employed right now, and you're asking for that much money from me.
Answer me. Can you pay it or not? That's all I'm asking you. I just want to see your so-called determination. I don't think I'm asking you for such a difficult thing. It's rather pretty simple.
I can't. I can't pay that much.
I knew it. I knew your determination was that much from the beginning. You said you want to make us happy and that you'll promise us that, but your determination was just that much. You can't even give us a closure with how things ended 3 years ago. The nerve to contact me and ask me to get back with you? How did you think we can even start over?
Wait, Mary, please. It's true that I don't have any money, and I can't pay for the alimony or child support you asked for, but I'm serious. I'm serious about wanting to get back and make you guys happy. There's not a single lie there. I really mean what I said. I beg you. Please get back with me and let's start over.
No thanks. I don't want to get back with you, and there is no starting over.
But if you think about Sarah, you should know it's better for our daughter to have both her parents present in her life. Why don't you ask her how she feels? I know it's better to have both of us. I'm sure she's going to say she also wants to live with her dad.
Actually, Sarah's already been telling me that as long as she has me, she's okay without having you in her life. She says she doesn't mind meeting with you, though. She said you were going to give her a birthday present. So why don't you buy something she'll actually like?
What? No way she said that. You're just making this up.
You can think whatever you want, but this is the truth. I don't have anything to say to you anymore. It's almost time for us to go to sleep now. So goodbye.
Wait, Mary, give me a minute. I understand your feelings. I understand that you can't forgive me for what I did to you both. But doesn't that mean that you still have feelings for me? You just think you can't forgive me, but actually, you still have feelings for me, right? I know that you still love me. I know you still have feelings for me.
What on earth are you saying? Where did you even get that idea?
Come on. Just be honest with your feelings for once. It's okay to be honest. Just tell me how you feel. No matter how much you're all about work, and I know you earn a lot of money. But at the end of the day, you're just a woman. You must be lonely and sad without your precious husband, right? I know you'll be happy with me more than with some foreign guy you just recently met. You're probably not even satisfied with him. Come on, we have a history.
Stop being ridiculous, and why don't you stop looking down on me? You piece of crap. You should just burn in hell.
Mary!
Do you actually think that a woman can't live without a man or something? You're joking, right? Stop looking down on women, you piece of crap. You good-for-nothing. Women also have pride as much as a man does, okay? Pride isn't something only men have. Are you that stupid? We don't need a man in our life to live. We don't need to rely on a man. We can live our life on our own. You keep talking about how you're going to make me happy or that I'm a woman after all. You're talking nonsense. I will make myself happy. I will and can make myself and my daughter happy. I don't need a man to do so. More than that, I don't need any help or support from a piece of crap like you.
You don't have to call me a piece of crap. Why are you purposely using those words to tell me this? You can be more nice about it. Where did the nice Mary go? Obviously, living overseas didn't do good to you.
If you have time to be hurt over what I said, then you should use that time to go find yourself a job, you idiot. I'll keep telling you if I have to. I don't have any plans on getting back together with you. Not in a million years. I will also be responsible for my daughter's happiness, so you don't even have to mind us. A man like you, who doesn't even have money or pride, should just live their life like the garbage you are. I contacted Eugene's parents right after we ended our conversation. I let them know right away that he might come back home to them soon. As I thought, it seems that there was nowhere else he can go or rely on. He did go back to his parents' home. His parents locked him in the house so that he couldn't run away. They took all his money that he had at the time and made him sell everything he had with him that was worth something. They contacted me and said, even though it won't be enough for alimony, this is everything he had. They felt guilty for everything that happened and wanted to repay in any way they can. They transferred the money to me as alimony since, well, he didn't have any money and didn't plan on paying me alimony. Also regarding Hannah, our maid who was dumb enough to run away with Eugene. She had no idea that he was back home with his parents' house and didn't have any control over his phone. She supposedly contacted him saying, I hope we can get back together. His parents told me that they're going to lure her to come visit him, and we will do the same thing we did to our son. They even said that, once we get money from her, we'll transfer it to you as additional alimony. So I'm looking forward to, hopefully, a big amount being deposited into my bank account. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please click the like button. See you next time.